Next we're going to look at converting different measures of metric scale. And the nice thing about the metric scale is that everything's a power of 10, and every type of measurement uses the same prefix regardless of what you're actually measuring. So in the first one they're asking us to convert 235 millimeters. Now we can do this two ways. The most common is to use the metric stairs right here, and kilo stands for 1,000, hecto stands for 100, deca 10, the base unit's a single, deci is 1/10, centi is 1/100th, and milli is 1/1000th. So basically for every stair you walk each way you can kind of move the decimal because it's a power of 10. So if I'm going from millimeters to centimeters, I would just simply go up one stair, and so that would basically mean if the decimal's right here, I would move it back one place, so that 235 millimeters becomes 23.5 centimeters. Easiest way is to use metric stairs. We'll go back and also do this the way we've been doing the dimensional analysis in just a second too, to see which method you prefer. Alright, so let's try the next one. It says convert 3.8 kilograms to grams. So first let me write 3.8 kilograms. So there's 3.8, and now because on this one I'm going from kilograms to grams, you go down the stairs, it looks like 3 times because grams is the base unit. So since we moved the decimal 3 places to the right, when we went down the stairs, you move them 3 times over to the right. And so you fill in zeros for every place that doesn't have a place. The answer for this would be 3,800 grams. If you ever had to remember this, a common mnemonic technique to remember these going down the stairs is King Henry died drinking chocolate milk. That's what I've heard from several different teachers. Maybe it'll help you remember it if you had to do it without actually having your notes.
Hang on.
Well, let's try the next one. It says 2.32 liters to milliliters. Alright, so again I'm starting with liters, which is this center step, and I'm going down to deci to centi to milli, so I'm going down 3 places. So in this case I'd move the decimal over 3 places. And here you'd see, and again I fill in the zeros right there, so I could rewrite this as 2320 milliliters. So the stairs are a pretty easy way to use this. Let's try one more with the stairs, and then I'll go back and do it with the factor labeling. The next one says we have 3,537 centimeters. The decimal is understood to be right there. And we're going from centimeters to kilometers, or kilometers. Alright, so we're going to cut one stair, and we'll move it up the stairs from centi all the way up to kilometers. And so basically if you count carefully, I had to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs, and I had to move it to the left. So that means I'm going to move the decimal to the left 5 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so in this example right here, I put a 0 right there, and I could say this would be 0.03537 kilometers. Alright, so all of these answers we found by just using the metric stairs. Let me show you how you can also do this by the dimensional analysis technique that we've been using previously and get the same answers. Alright, so I'm going to erase that. So these are the answers that we've already determined using the metric stairs. So alternately, we can also do this with a factor labeling. We start with 235 millimeters and then draw a line just like we did previously. And for these types of problems, you have to basically figure out the numbers get bigger as you go up, or the measurement gets larger as you go up, so there's always 10 of the one below it. So in this case, if I'm going from millimeters to centimeters, if I go this way, I could basically say that there are 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. So what that means when I go up the stairs like that. So now I can come over here and I could write 10 millimeters on the bottom is equal to 1 centimeter on the top. And just like I'd hoped, the millimeters and the millimeters divide out like we previously did. And so the answer for this one's going to be, if I multiply straight across like we did previously, we get 235 times 1 all over 10. Then we could use our calculator, and you can see we can still do the same technique as we did previously.
Alright.
Make this load. So I could do 235 times 1 over 10. You can see how we get the same answer. Well, let me change that right there. So we still get 23.5, which is what we said previously. The metric stairs might be a little easier since it's so convenient that all metric measures are a factor of 10. Now let's try this next one, same concept. Let's try it with the factor labeling or the dimensional analysis. So again, I could start with 3.8 kilograms. And if I'm going 2 grams, I got to count how many stairs that is for this one. So if I go from kilograms to grams, that's grams right there. Basically, there are 1,000 grams. So always the smaller one you write the number next to. 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. And so now I can use this to cancel that out. I'll put 1 kilogram on the bottom is equal to 1,000 grams on top. Now you can see how the kilograms and the kilograms divide out right there. And then just like we have done before, 3.8 all over 1,000 times 1. Wrong calculator. Let me get the other calculator up. Alright, so in this one we basically want to put 3.8 1,000 divided by 1. Again, the 1 really doesn't change anything, but you can see here we get 3,800, exactly what we had right there earlier. Okay, so let's try the next one, same way. Alright, so in this one we have 2.32 liters, and we want to convert that to milliliters. So in this case we're going to count going from liters, which would be a base unit, down 3 times. Kind of got messed up there, right? So 3 stairs. And if you look at this one carefully, it would essentially suggest that there are 1,000, because there's 10 jumps right there, 3 jumps right there, so it would be 1,000 millimeters, or sorry, milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So I started there and I went down 3 places. So in this case I would write 1 liter on the bottom is equal to 1,000 milliliters. And the liters divide out, and we're left with 2.32 times 1,000 all over 1. So essentially we're going to end up multiplying that one like we did the last one. Alright, so keep grabbing the wrong calculator. So for this one, we'd have 2.32 times 1,000 divided by 1. So 2320, exactly what we had right there. And then for the last one, if I did this one as well, I could start with 3,537 centimeters. And then I just count the stairs all the way up, so I started from centimeter is where I'm starting from, and I'm going up to kilometer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would basically be 1 with 5 zeros after it. So that would be 100,000 centimeters equals 1 kilometer. So in this case we'll put the 100,000 centimeters in the bottom so that they cross out, over 1 kilometer on top. And so the centimeters divide out, and we have basically 3,537 times 1 all over 100,000. And we just need to put that in the calculator. So 3,537 times 1 all over 100,000.
Okay, hang on.
You can see we have 0.3537, which is exactly what that says right there. So the metric scale, hopefully you can see, makes it a little bit easier to work with. That you can just use the stairs and not even have to do the factor labeling if you choose. And then there's one more thing I wanted to go through and just make sure that we can convert time. So basically, hopefully we know 60 seconds are in a minute, 60 minutes are in an hour, 24 hours are in a day, and usually we use 365 days in a year. We don't usually use the leap year. So if I wanted to convert 78,320 seconds into minutes, all I need to do is, just like we've done before, is look for some relationship with seconds in the bottom and minutes in the top, and you can see this right here. So I could write 1 minute is 60 seconds is in 1 minute, and you can see here seconds and seconds divide out, and I have 78,320 all over. We're going to do the 1 over 60 seconds, and then we can type that into our calculator. And we get basically that's going to be 1,305.3 minutes. Three minutes. Alright, the next one will convert 2.3 hours to seconds. And really, you could just kind of look at this and say, okay, there's 60 minutes in an hour, so multiply that by 60, and then multiply that by 60 for the seconds. But again, if you show the dimensional analysis, we can kind of see the reason why, and it's very clean. Alright, so in this case, I'm converting hours down to something smaller. So if I look for hours in the denominator, I'll find it right here. That's the only one with hours, and well, there's 24 hours right there, but that would be going up towards bigger numbers. I want to go down to smaller numbers to get to second. So I'll start with that one, and I'll write 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, and then hours and hours divide out. And then I got to get minutes down to seconds, so I look up here for where I can put minutes in the denominator, and you can see that that's right there. So 60 seconds in 1 minute, and because they're on top and bottom, I can divide those out, and now I have what I want, seconds. So we'll start by putting 2.3, and then 60 over 1, and another 60 over 1. So 2.3 times 60 times 60. And the denominator will have 1 and 1. That really doesn't need to be written because it's multiplied by 1 is 1, and then divide by 1 is still the same thing. But that gives 8,280 seconds. Alright, well, let's try one more. 1.42 years to minutes. Alright, so we'll start here with 1.42 years. And we're going to convert that to minutes. Let me start again. We're looking for something where years is in the denominator. And so I find years right, that's the only one with years in the denominator. So I put 365 days equals 1 year. And then years and years cross out. And then days, I can go down from days to, I want to make sure I have a days in the denominator, so I use that one right there. I could put 24 hours in 1 day. That would help me eliminate the days. And I'm still not quite down to where I want to, so I'm going to have to go one more level for this. I need to get hours down to minutes, and so for that one, looking for hours in the denominator and changing to minutes would be that one right there, because I can write 60 minutes in 1 hour. And again, just like we'd hoped, the hours cross out because they're in top and bottom, and now it's just multiplying straight across the top and the bottom and dividing the two. Just trying to move it over so I have a little bit more room here. It's not one to work. We'll just leave it where it's at for now, I guess. Okay, so start with 1.42, 365 over 1, 24 over 1, and finally 60 over 1, because I'm down to minutes with that. Alright, so how many minutes are in that? Just open up my calculator here, clear that out, and put the fraction bar on. So here we go, 1.42, parentheses 365, 24, and 60. And then the denominator will put 1, 1, 1. Press enter. That basically tells us 746,352. So that's 746,352 minutes. Right. Hopefully that's helpful. Good luck on your section quiz, and you're welcome to use your notes.